Alex Weiser's And All the Days Were Purple is a song cycle for voice, piano, percussion, and string trio, which features a collection of poems, English and Yiddish poems, set to music. The work was a 2020 Pulitzer Prize finalist for music. In his program notes, Alex Weiser mentions that one poem by Yiddish poet Anna Margolin ends with a line that speaks directly to God. The translation is, "Seeking you, not believing in you." He goes on to say, "This poem, as well as the poems included in this work, can be understood as kinds of secular prayers. Each deals in some way with the meaning and shape of life, embracing its joy while trying to make sense of its difficulties and transience. Many of my favorite poems are like little talismans or amulets, each a kernel of wisdom that I carry through life because they provide for me something to hold on to in the face of life's challenges and transience. Each poem a way of seeking God without believing in God." The words in the first song, My Joy, come from an Anna Margolin poem. The music is sublime, and thanks to Shirley Kumov's English translation, I know that the words are too. "Perhaps this was my happiness, to feel how your eyes bowed down before me. No, rather this was my happiness, to go silently back and forth across the square with you." The poem ends, "And all of the days were purple, and all were hard." As we say in the Big Feels Club, I am a sensitive cat. Sometimes my sad is so big, I have to write a whole song just to give a name to a mood. Sometimes weariness catches up with me on the stairs. I stop. I feel like crying, or I actually do. Sometimes someone I love is in pain, and they don't want to burden me, but I say, give me the weight. I can carry it. And sometimes I can. Sometimes I can. I would not trade my sadness for anything. It makes my life full. It gives it dimension. Writers learn that conflict is at the heart of any story. And conflict isn't just fighting. Conflict is whatever stands in the way of what we want. Good conflict makes for a good story, and good stories give life meaning. I've had this idea for a while of creating an agnostic prayer book. I love prayer as a practice, and I started reciting these little gratitude prayers whenever something difficult or uncomfortable would happen. So for example, one time I was driving somewhere new in the evening and I made a bad merge. I cut someone off. And this guy in the truck slowed down and passed me at the soonest possible opportunity. I said a little prayer of gratitude to the driver in that truck for being attentive, for seeing that I was coming on too quick, for slowing down, for ensuring that neither of us got hurt and that we both got to continue on our way. Things happen. We are not in control of what happens. It would have done me absolutely no good to wish that things were different, that I hadn't made the bad merge. It would have made no difference. But the thing that we are in control of is how we respond. How do you live in a world knowing that bad things are going to happen and you can't stop them? You make a choice. In that moment, I chose to be grateful. And I get it, that's a small example. Much, much worse things happen every day. Things that are much harder to make sense of and find gratitude in. But that's life. In a good life, we are free to pursue and to find happiness. In a full life, there, over our joy, hovers the smiling face of death. All of the days are purple, and all are hard. You can find And All the Days Were Purple on Bandcamp. You can find more of Alex Weiser's music at alexweiser.com. And I will also link to the score, which has English translations of all of the poems, so you can read them for yourselves. Thanks for listening, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Housekeeping, housekeeping! If you haven't already, please hop over to my friend Graham's channel, Graham Strang's Roots and Roots, and say hi. He is joining us for VEDS for the first time. And go check out Tessa and Caleb and James and Jeffrey. I think there's going to be lots of good stuff from all of the VEDSies this month. I'm very excited to see that in our group. We've got a split of planners, people who had a theme and video ideas and were prepared for this month, and pantsers, those of us who are just going along and winging it. I mean, maybe you could call me a plantser. I've got a little bit of a plan, a little bit of a theme, but I'm also going to be uploading everything at like 10 p.m. every night, so... Also, do you like the bookshelf background? These are our new Billy shelves from IKEA. This is where I keep my zines, and my university textbooks, and my high school yearbooks.